Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 8 American battleship, North Carolina. She has 9 406mm guns, 20 secondary guns, 92 AA defense rating, a surface detect of 11.8 kilometers top speed, 27.5 knots, total health 66,000. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved turret traverse speed, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, concealment. For my commander, basic survivability, basic firing training, expert marksman, superintendent, advanced firing training, and concealment again. We're on the map Land of Fire, and I'm very surprised by all the hate that the North Carolina consistently gets. I mean, it's not the Colorado, okay? She has speed. Her turrets traverse pretty well. It's a fairly convenient layout. I mean, it's just like the Iowa. It's basically the Montana without one less turret. What's the deal? And the only thing I can think of is that they want that 11% accuracy improvement from the dispersion module that is only available to tier 9 and 10 US battleships. Well, I have to be real with you. That is the maximum dispersion value. You can't influence the sigma value, which is honestly a more important data point. It dictates how often the shell will disperse into the center of your crosshair, and that's obviously where you want it to go, which is obviously huge. If I fire 100 shells and I have a really low chance for an accurate shot, well, guess what? It's going to be pretty bad. Now, an enemy hipper shows up, and I was waiting for an ideal target, so I fired at the waterline, or roughly lead him, and I'm going to see how well that works out. Well, that worked out pretty well. 36,000 points of damage, 36,000. 5 shells made contact of 9. I'd say that worked out really well. Can't ask for more. The only thing I don't like is that he's disappeared. And that's a product of the smoke that the friendly laid out. They're engaging actively. That's okay, but if he gets away, I'll have your head, destroyer. No, I mean, I want him to win. Oh, he's visible. Consider, let's go after the York. The York was neutral, and that's why I wasn't really interested in firing on him, but if he's going to show his side, why not, right? So we lead the target. I let him about 1 time because he's coming out of a turn. He's not going to be max speed. Man, the accuracy's good. Oh, yes, it is. 28,000. Devastating strike. See you later, York. I bet he felt that. I mean, it's 4 minutes in, and he's already gone. The hipper tried to kill himself at the beginning. I didn't do quite as much as I would have liked. Now, I did do, what, 8k more? The hipper just has more health, which is interesting. It could be a difference between the York not having an upgraded hull and the hipper having the most upgraded hull. 8,000 points of damage seems like a large margin, if I'm reading it correctly, and I hit the hipper 1 shell. Not enough to kill him, but he's gone. Everyone who tried to take A is gone. Friend, foe, the game happened very quickly for everyone who tried to take it. Not surprising, right? It's a pretty hectic area. A lot can go on. I'm taking fire from the enemies. I waited for my concealment to drop off. Now, I can't express how much it feels like a super heavy cruiser, if that makes sense. These ships have concealment that is better than other cruisers. Their damage output is way superior. I'm going to try and engage this Ognivo that tried to. Overpinned, of course. Only 2 shells made contact, and he thinks he's cute. He wants to set me on fire. He wants to annoy me. If he does set me on fire, I don't intend to put only 1 fire out. That would be a waste, and my enemies would exploit that. Just make sure I don't run into the friendly. It's always good to not run into them, right? I don't understand why the North Carolina, the Iowa, or the Montana would ever get any ill will from a player. Ooh, this is accurate. This is true. And it flew just into the water. Just a hair off of his hull. Ugh. But I don't know. The turrets traverse wonderfully. Great AA protection. Armor is about 85, maybe 90% that of a Japanese equivalent tier. Honestly, I think that North Carolina beats out the Amagi. And the Izamo, I think it's a toss-up. I think it's pretty close. Definitely the tier 10 beats out our tier 10s. Well, as an American tier 10. Now I'm going to engage the Colorado, tier 7. Much slower, and he takes 20,000 points of damage. Boy, just racking it up. We've basically fired, what, 5 salvos and done 91,000 points of damage. And it's only 6 minutes in. I mean, it's worked out great. You can see the lead that I'm trying to set. He's slow, right? 1-to-1 for slow U.S. battleships. 20 knots, that's the target. He's going forward. There's no reason to change it at all. We're just going to lead him in the same manner and elevate slightly because he's moving away. And see you later, enemy Colorado. Only 7,400 points of damage. That was a real low roll. Most of my team did a great job taking him out. And it looks like we're going to get A and C point. Notice the hipper. Nowhere to be found, right? He takes massive damage and it forces him to get really far away from the fight. Yeah, you can see him now. He is, what, 24, 25 kilometers away from my ship. So, next best thing, right? Enemy battleship showing a side. I led him about 1.25, give or take. It doesn't look like he's going full speed, right? This is really the skill aspect of this. Seeing a ship and having a good idea of their relative speed without any real cues. I mean, how are you supposed to know it's not at its full speed, or it is at its full speed? It's coming out of a turn, or it's not coming out of a turn. It's just playing the game, getting used to the speed they're supposed to go, and picking a target, a distance that you feel comfortable engaging at, and firing, of course. It all dispersed into the water, and just barely. An enemy lives with 132 hit points, I think. But that Ognivo, he got every part of a ship covered in water, and not a single shell makes contact, really? That Colorado has to be careful, though. The Ognivo has terrible torpedo range, but he's within his terrible torpedo range. He's just got to deal with the island. And I'm going to try my best to support him. It's a long-range shot, and it's completely wasted. Thankfully, he's dead, though. And here come the torpedoes. Be careful, Colorado. You're taking a lot of fire. This enemy Tirpitz is showing a lot of his side, though. Now, that enemy Hipper, he's in range. Barely in range. I really want to engage him, but I just can't. There's no way I'm going to hit that shot. It's sort of like the Congo at tier 5. You've got fantastic range for your tier. Good luck hitting it. You would have to find a target that's just not aware of their surroundings. So I engage the enemy Tirpitz. It's much closer. We get about 5k. It's all good. It's a safe play. We get another 3.4. 2 of the 3 shells disperse, unfortunately, into the water. But it's a clean play, and ooh, he's showing a perfect broadside. Don't do it, Notser. It's an impossible shot. But I want to. I want to take the Hipper out. I've done 95. Let's take it all the way for the 5% more, right? But you can't just lock in on that. You know, there are cruisers that are showing a broadside. And cruisers that show broadsides, we've seen in this match, they get ended rather quickly. We must exploit every opportunity. You must do it. That's why I believe in the concealment build. You know, I have detractors. You're not performing your role. Sorry to break it to you. The enemy cruisers, the enemy destroyers, are not going to just engage you at long range. It could have been better. Could have been better. At least we hit him. It wasn't an easy shot. It's a long range shot, and he's maneuvering a little bit. But the real role of the battleship is to counter what you're strong at. Now, you can tank more damage than the enemy, and you sneaky slime. At least one enemy destroyer is trying to send his torpedoes against me. Friendly scouts it out. I don't have to worry about it. I avoid it. Well, the Cleveland showing a perfect broadside. End him right now. Please, take him out of the match. Oh, the dispersion looks good. It looks good. Oh, just short. Just short. Oh. Could not have been closer. That was probably, what, a meter? 2 meters off of his side? I mean, it was close. It was very, very close. And, yeah, I just flubbed that up. I could have hit the shot. It looks like I might not get a chance to finish him off because the island is going to get in the way, and you need to give pretty substantial lead. Oh, is he going to pull Notser? Oh, he's slowed down. This is our chance. I just led him in the direction, just a little bit, elevated the gun, fired, and it looks good. It looks good. Oh, yeah. That worked out. That worked out indeed. And that little mistake by the Cleveland slowed him down. I have been in that exact situation where I got a little bit too close to the island. I didn't touch it. I don't always pull a Notser. And if the player can perceive speed changes effectively, they can hit that shot. It's just that simple. And it worked out. He was pretty low. We didn't need a Citadel. We didn't get a Citadel. And he's out of the match. This enemy cruiser, enemy Kutuzov, is going. The Colorado was behind smoke. I was like, yeah, whatever. Just let him go. Why waste a gun cooldown? I have a terrible habit of waiting for the perfect shot, because I believe I can sense, I can sense a lot of damage. 12,000's not bad at that range. I'll take that. That was on that player to adjust his heading, and he just didn't. Enemy Colorado shows back up, and he might be willing to show his side. I adjust my angle in between his shots. It looked like he fired, maybe 10 seconds. And we lead him roughly the same. Wow, we got a Citadel at that angle. Incredible. Look at all that damage. We earned Confederate 24,000 points of damage. I'm sure he didn't expect to lose that much health that quickly. And especially at that angle. So he's like, screw this. Let's just fire. And the torpedo is going to kill him. Even the fire. But I did so much damage. This is greed. This is all greed. Do as I say, not as I do. Oh, we got the kill on the Colorado. Oh, it was such a waste. It was so greedy. You see that kind of damage in the top right corner. Oh, this is not good. This is a lot of torpedoes. Can we fit inside? Oh, just missed the first one. Oh, we get hit by the second one. We have an enemy Kiev. We have an enemy Kutuzov, which is still alive somehow. I'm going to do one token shot. I don't want to waste the time for the turrets, and in fact, I have an enemy Fubuki as well. This is pretty hectic. Oh, well, that's nice. Secondaries get the kill on the enemy Fubuki. And we have an enemy Tirpitz also looking for a broadside, and I am a little greedy here, showing my side willingly in front of him, but I have to get away from that enemy destroyer that's still alive. He wants to torpedo me. Can't everyone see the rage in their eyes as they go bow on aggressively, trying to cover that distance so their torpedoes can be effective? They're willing to take the secondary fires. Now, I could have decided to go after the destroyer, but I didn't feel like I had a good angle or a realistic opportunity to kill him. I had to give ground, right? I'm only going to have one gun available, so why not use it against the enemy battleship? And we do indeed outrange the torpedoes. Now, the Tirpitz also wanted to send torpedoes, but I basically said, no. This isn't going to happen. I know the ranges. You cannot do that to me. And we have a little bit of time left. Come on, reload. Fire immediately. Come on, take him out. Oh, my. That's how the game's going to end. With my shells mid-flight, we would have racked up more damage. Maybe even killed him, probably not. But I wanted to see the damage, so that was pretty good. Devastating strike, close quarter combat, Kraken unleashed, high caliber, Confederate, 5 kills, 2,371 base XP. Just a super carry in the North Carolina. And she's a beauty. I really enjoy her. I've always enjoyed her. I have great games in the ship. 99% of our damage, main battery AP. Not a surprise. Of course, we did get that single secondary kill, and I really liked that. I hope you enjoyed the game. I know I did. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.